Allow me encourage someone this time. I bless the Lord and I love the Lord. Um, it is always a burden in me to keep someone encouraged, to keep someone moving, to keep someone holding on. And for today, I want to say, do not keep on carrying and trying to control what you can't control. Letting go of what you can't control is the first step to having peace in your heart. Yes, sometimes things might be hard. You might pass through challenges. You may pass through issues and problems, but you need to understand what you can control and what you can't control. When you release what you can't control, it gives you a inner peace. When you get to a point whereby you understand that I can do this, but I cannot do this, it gives you a inner peace. When you get to a point whereby you understand that this is the further I can go as much as this issue is concerned, now you get a inner peace. Many people, they are dying inside because they are trying to do, they are trying to control, they are trying to manipulate, they are trying as much as possible to have control over what they cannot have control. But when you get to a point whereby you understand that this I can't do on myself, then you let it unto the Lord. Allow me to tell you that your destiny is in the hands of the Lord. Your life is in the hands of the Lord. You are today, you are tomorrow, and your future is very safe and very secure in the hands of the Lord. Many other times when people forget that God is there, many times that people forget that God can do it, that God can stand for you, that God can make things happen, that God can give you the victory that you need. But when you get to a point whereby now you understand that I can't do this on my own, and you understand that there is a sovereign power, there is a mighty God who is able to do this, then you surrender all unto Him. Allow me say this. Yes, you may be going through those problems. People might be fighting you. You might be suffering. You might be going through a serious disease. You might be having a serious issue in your life. You might be having debt issues. You might be having problems in your family. There is no peace. You have issues with your business. It is not picking up, it is not going up. You might be having issues with your job. Maybe you are threatened to be fired, or you are seeing you are not having enough that you need. You might be even passing through battles in terms of ministry. You are a minister and you are passing through spiritual battles and spiritual attacks, and your enemies are against you. They are speaking against you. They are fighting you. They are rising against you. All these things can happen. But there is something that God was reminding me, that you need to understand that as long as you have God with you, whatever happens, whichever storms that come, you cannot sink. The boat cannot sink. Listen to this. The Lord was reminding me something about the disciples when they were in the boat and they were crossing to the other side. And Jesus Christ Himself was sleeping in the same boat. The Bible says that storms came and there were strong winds, and the disciples were terrified. They were worried that the boat might be capsized, or even the boat might, water might get in the boat and maybe sink. And they tried what they could do, but at some point they remembered that there was a man who was sleeping in the boat. The Bible says that they went to where Jesus was and they woke Jesus up and they told Jesus, Jesus, we are perishing. And when Jesus wakes up, He commands the wind, He commands the storms, and there is still on the waters. Now, listen to this. You might be going through a lot of problems, and your life, your issues, your family, you feel like they are on the boat, and that boat is in the midst of storms, in the midst of strong winds. You might be feeling like your ministry is in storms, your family is in storms. Your business, your life, your health is in the storm. And you feel like your life and all that we're talking about is like it is getting capsized. And you're like, what do I do? Listen, I tell you, as long as Jesus is in the boat cannot sink. Yes, things can go to the worst point. Things can really be tampered with. Issues can really rise. Every matters, every issues, attacks, all kinds and all manner of words from your enemies, from the people who are not pleased about your success and about your victory, from the people that even maybe you helped, but in return they did wrong against you. They did what is not right towards you. But this is what we are saying, that the boat cannot sink. Yes, as long as Jesus is with you, that boat cannot sink. As long as Jesus is with you, that family cannot sink. As long as Jesus is with you, that ministry cannot sink. As long as Jesus is with you, what the enemies are waiting to experience, it cannot come to pass. Why? Because Jesus is in the boat. Jesus is in the boat. And the storms, they know that the master is in the boat. Can I tell you something? Regardless of what you are going through, those issues, they understand that Jesus is in the boat. And those issues, those storms, they understand that they cannot capsize the boat because the master is sleeping inside. I want to encourage someone. Sometimes you feel like giving up. Sometimes you feel like you're not worthy even to live. Sometimes you feel like this is not what I expected. The world, my friends, the people that I love, that I trust, the people that I work with, the people that I live with, the people that, they are of my family. You feel like this is not what I expected to be served from them. Sometimes maybe the business did not return as you expected. Sometimes the job, the boss, and all these issues. But this is what we are saying, that Jesus is still in the boat. Hold on to the faith. And I want to encourage someone, keep on moving. Keep on moving. Listen, I tell you, if you cannot run, then walk. And if you cannot walk, then crawl. If you cannot crawl, then can you sleep down and roll? What am I meaning? I'm meaning in always, by all means, make sure that you are still kicking on, you are still moving, you are still holding on, you are still raising your hopes and your faith high. Can I tell you something? You cannot afford to lose hope. Can I tell you something? You cannot afford to give up. Can I tell you something? You cannot afford to surrender to that issue and run away. Can I tell you something? You still have a destiny to look for. You still have a destiny to fight for. You still have a ministry to fight for. You still have levels that you need to go into. You still have blessings that you have not even experienced. You still have greatness that you have not even seen and no ear that has even heard it. You still have something to achieve. You still have some miles to go. You cannot give up. Some of you, you can't give up because of yourself. Some of you cannot give up because of the children who are looking upon you. Some of you are not allowed to give up because of the husband who is looking at you. Some of you cannot be allowed to give up because of the wife who is looking at you. Some of you cannot be allowed to give up because of the ministry that is looking at you. Some of you cannot be allowed to give up because of the expectations that the heavens has upon you. Yes, situations and life might be speaking different, but listen, you cannot afford to give up because of what is looking at you. I want you to sit down and ask yourself, when I'm about to give up, I was thinking another time, a tree, birds, they make nests there. When you think to give up, how many birds are going to be affected? Hold on, keep on moving. Your destiny is in the hands of God. You are safe, you are secure, and your life, your ministry, your boat, your family cannot sink because Jesus is in the boat. Blessings.